Sally, welcome to Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Again, good evening. Baby, I will say it. If it's the first time here, thank you very much for choosing us. Subscribe to the channel if you've not subscribed to the channel and turn on notification here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube so that you are the first person to get all the content when it drops in here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Make sure that you subscribe to the channel, turn on notification. In the notification turn, do choose all in there, and then after that we have a lot of conversation, a lot to bring it to you here on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Of course, obviously, the biggest news that is out and then in the world, and they say now international break here, and all of the teams to prepare for more games because on Saturday, on Sunday. So and then only fan be all over the world aiding come. One of the things they tell you when they say or Liverpool also be Chelsea, or Chelsea also be Liverpool. So my first question, and in the comment section, be said me where Chelsea near, do you have confidence? Say Chelsea is going to beat Liverpool at Anfield because Liverpool for they say Anfield, and yet team for Anfield. Now Chelsea that's a Anfield. You know that's a difficult place for you to play. Can you get the results there? And Macam, the last time I was seeing it over here, it's a social Liverpool team. Now I think that game is going to mimic how the Brighton game looked like because Brighton are very direct, almost quick into the channels, trying to create chances with a high line, and it's the same with Liverpool. Albeit Liverpool centre backs, are solid in there. They get the better out of themselves. Of course, Virgil van Dijk and Ibu Konate are always some of the best customers that you can deal with our English Premier League name. Inti, where Chelsea here, do you have confidence in Chelsea beating Yashe? Where Liverpool here, you have seen definitely how Obama won the ball. Of course, Enzo Fernandez this time, how will dictate the pace of games? You look at Obisa Christopher Nkuku for the bench about how good Nkuku has been in the goal scoring levels in the box, the ball manipulation, the ball retention. How anytime Nkuku finds ways to get goals for Chelsea Football Club. Of course, we to say Nicholas Jackson also growing a lot of the quality. Chelsea's general play, and in the last few days, Chelsea games on my ball. Boy, before this international break, look at that one against Jadon Sancho. The kind of job at Jadon Sancho, without the ball, the defensive job, and that's one thing that people have not realized. The two Chelsea wingers in Noni Madueke and Abante Feni Jadon Sancho have been spot on in doing extra work defensively. Say in the positional way of playing this time with managers, Enzo Maresca. One of the things that you do very well, and they say, without the ball as a winger, you need to come back to make it a back five. You need to pull back. But in all of that, there are certain principles, there are certain techniques, there are certain zones as the players age them. So, but to say Jadon Sancho does an excellent job at blocking passing lanes, using his cover shadow without the ball. And Sandy Mewinina add to the quality of Chelsea's play, especially defensively. And that is how good Chelsea have been in recent times. Into Liverpool, are you confident that you are going to get a job done against Chelsea now? Or just because Anfield, then obviously all of them say Liverpool, Chelsea. Now we're in Chelsea or English Premier League name as it stands now. There are a lot of other games that in the next few weeks. Obviously, there is going to be Real Madrid versus FC Barcelona matches are also in there. Macacho said Madrid on a run, 41 games unbeaten in the Spanish La Liga. You see that the highest one that has happened in the Spanish La Liga has been that of Barcelona, 43 games. But Madrid himself almost 43rd game number to make them break that record and possibly set another one is going to be against FC Barcelona. So Barca this season, so we know how Hansi Flick has been good with his team. Share how direct that they have been. Yes, a German football, just more tiki-taka the Barcelona way, but also quick 1-2 intricate passes, playing into the channels, using the channel runs of Abrante from Rafinha, and also same from the other side in Lamine Yamal. If Danny Olmo is fitter, he occupies the central areas for them, and that's an excellent job. And it's the same even when you have Pedri and Gavi doing an excellent job when they are fit. Macacho said that boy from the La Masia called Pau Kubasi and of course Marc Casado have been excellent in the middle of the park for team friend Barcelona. So and yet a midfield player, what that physicality that you need that will dominate Europe. But then the tenacity of Obitise Pedri, the work rate of Casado, and then of course the extra work rate of Gavi when he's in the middle of the park, in Pablo Gavi when he's in the middle of the park, is important. Can Madrid do that job? And team like Madrid and a good news in terms of players returning. And I was telling you this morning, say Alaba returning to full training. Orenchi Mane international break when Eduardo Camavinga so there is Antonio Rudiger was in there, Eder Militao back into the team. So it looks as if Madrid are getting the full team. Mekaisa in the last 3 games of Madrid boy, especially the Alaves one. I didn't mention say Madrid there against team or pressing it high or you're more aggressive or forcing Madrid. There are usually spaces in behind. What Madrid use the pace of Vinicius Jr. and then that of Kylian Mbappe to turn things around. So with stuff like this, Madrid definitely has what it takes. So they will turn it around and then do some good stuff against teammates of Barcelona because Barca will obviously press. They will not sit in a low block area. They will do a passive press. They will cover. They will use the cover shadow. They will block passing lanes. But then essentially, there are going to be spaces for Madrid to thrive. And Mbappe, I can several times. And then one of the most important things Mbappe person here they say in game beat City and Madrid after the international break, he wants to be fit and be there and then start playing in games. We say, we are waiting for that El Gran Clasico in the Spanish La Liga, a big one because so Hansi Flick, Carlo Ancelotti, all very experienced managers. And I think that this is going to be the El Clasico for the very first time in a long time. Post Messi and then Ronaldo, Yenya proper superstars to represent Lamine Yamal for the face of Barcelona, and the same for Mbappe and Vinicius Jr. Maka. So Vinicius Jr. obviously is going to most likely be the next Ballon d'Or winner. Moshe Vinicius Jr. He's definitely going to go and chase the Ballon d'Or. The entourage, and they have been told by the Ballon d'Or organization, organizers now say he is in line to win the Ballon d'Or. And it's the same for Kylian Mbappe, who knows next year he needs to do so much more to win the Ballon d'Or. So it's a big one. After international break, a lot of things is going to go on, and trust how Fiifi-Manfred will bring you the best in terms of the analysis and everything that you want to know in there. Arsenal away to go and play against Bournemouth. Big one away at the Vitality. How difficult Andoni Areola Bournemouth side are this season in the English Premier League. It has always been difficult for anybody that goes there. But away to the Vitality, it's extra difficult. Mikel Arteta and the Arsenal boys know exactly how to play in games with many results in every move. This season they don't play the nice football, now they don't pass the ball, no short intricate 200, 500 passes, no. On one side, they are more direct, and also they use more physicality to make sure they get the results. And they're talking about Arsenal's physicality. So game that Chelsea and Liverpool, I think it comes down to physicality. I think so share the physical specimens of Liverpool, Van Dijk, Ibu Konate. They are 2 sets of players that physically they can bully everybody. Now I realize that in the game against Forest, my friend said Forest, it was very, very difficult for Chelsea, especially for Abrante and Nicolas Jackson playing against Morello, the centre back of team my friend in Nottingham Forest. And it's probably going to be same against Liverpool when you go away and play away at Anfield. And again, everybody knows, go any game away at Anfield, it is always difficult. Always difficult. But like I said earlier, that game definitely looks like it will mimic how Chelsea played against Brighton and Hove Albion. Said 4-4-2 without the ball and a 4-2-4 with the ball. Because what Chelsea would want to do, they said, only ball now, then Cole Palmer and then Nicolas Jackson will form the first 2 phase in terms of the press, mid block. Then have the 2 blocks of 4 behind them. One with Caicedo, I'm thinking Lavia Bebo Samache because Enzo Fernandez won the game for Argentina, not just finish and run in Bolivia. And then Sobeda Soria is going to be tomorrow evening in terms of the time difference now Bolivia. Then he flies to England. He's most likely not going to make the game. Maybe will be through England somewhere around Saturday and matching, and the game is going to be on Sunday. He may not get it. Players be said Noni Madueke, Caicedo have already returned to Chelsea training, and I'll walk you through all of that. In all of these things, I'm thinking Romeo Lavia is going to be in. Mind you, Lavia has been rested for the last game at Chelsea ball after signing injury, and he seems to be sharp. 2 weeks he didn't go anywhere. We're continuing rehabilitation process now. He seems to be fit in that regard, and he is playing. He is preparing in training. In fact, all of the training pictures are banner. You can tell Romeo Lavia is in there, and then he's playing. He's doing some good stuff in making sure that things go on well for him and Chelsea. So he's going to be in there in that 4-4-2 mid block with Caicedo. Then The two wingers no will now fall back. Noni Madueke and Abrantia Feni Jadon Sancho will form the extra block of two, no, making it 4 in the middle. Then the final one is the back four that Chelsea has. Again, because this game is going to be a physical specimen in team, the absence of Wesley Fofana and that of Mark Cucurella because of yellow cards accumulation may be a necessary evil. Now, let me repeat myself again. The last game at Chelsea boy against Nottingham Forest, Wesley Fofana AD the 5th yellow card of the season, John Moby against Liverpool. So that game now, Mark Cucurella AD also the 5th yellow card of the season, it's also on Moby against Liverpool. Now, it means that there is going to be at CCB, when my church CCB, what it means, the center back. So 3 center backs the game, and no Fiifi control game. When Fofana is there, it is usually Levico or the Fiifi dictating pace of the game, no, from every angle because of the passing range, because of the passing angles, because of the favorable ability to draw in the press and then play through the channels. Now he is excellent at that. Now without him, without Wesley Fofana, because of the yellow card accumulation, it means to say a branch of any tossing and there will be in there. Now immediately tossing comes in. It solves to an extent the height issue of Chelsea because already they were now going to play against one of the best teams in terms of creating chances and quality at that from high quality XGs. No, I mean English Premier League, Liverpool. It is Liverpool. Liverpool does an excellent job. One of the best teams are almost creating the most chances from corner kicks, from set pieces than they do in open play. And Chelsea will have to deal with it very well in terms of how good they defend set pieces. And Tosin Aderabioyo comes in, helps in solving that. Why do I say so? So when the defensive and set piece coaches needing come out, one of the things they tell you, and they say, if you are dealing with set pieces, and one of the first way in defending it is using natural height. Into players need to be good in terms of the height. They need to be averagely tall to make sure someone fighting in such duels and then deal with them. So that's the number one thing that Chelsea will have as an advantage, and that's the holy goal I'm talking about. Then 2, Abrantia and Renato Veiga also is going to be in the team because Mark Cucurella isn't going to play. And it's a left back. It means that Renato Veiga comes in. On the ball, he may be inverting to come into the middle of the park to form the base with any of the 2 midfielders. If Caicedo and Lavia there, then it means that he's going to sit in the base with Abrantia and Lavia. So that once Caicedo does the box-to-box job, cover a lot of ground, win duels, step into it, lead a counter press, be aggressive when they bottom, and then Chelsea form the 4-2-4 when they are on the ball. Without the ball now becomes a 4-4-2 mid-block in the middle of the park because Renato Veiga will go back. Again, Obi Oko in the Portuguese national team, he has been solid. Oshe, the job of Abrantia and Renato Veiga, solid on the ball, solid without the ball, being, top in terms of everything that he does, the technique, where he received the ball, the angles he received the ball from, and what's the cover that he also gives Chelsea from set plays. Also, very, very, very important. And I think the game is going to come down to that. Nyame Adama on Sunday when Chelsea return to play in the English Premier League. It's a very, very big one now. Chelsea against Liverpool. Yes, Liverpool are advantage. Yes, Liverpool are able, but I don't think that Chelsea are going to be a team that you can just bruise out with. They work a lot, they work very hard without the ball, they work very hard with the ball in there, and then it has shown several times in games over there. Of course, and then Enzo Maresca speaking about it. In fact, I think in all of those things, one of the things they are very clear, and it's Adeaka, and they say Chelsea will get more physical specimens in the team building. And now I told you about Chelsea sporting directors, stewards, and Wayne Stanley. On my interview, on Matt Law, and they spoke about the Chelsea project. One of the things that is clear, and they said Chelsea will need more. The next stage of Chelsea's development and squad building is adding more physicality into the team. Because what Caicedo, Lavia, also Enzo Fernandez, they are all quote and unquote a little bit short and diminutive, not too physical. Chelsea will need some slight physicality on FIFA to add up to the technical ability of Omukita or Honam. Senegal, they can also go on and then do some excellent stuff in the English Premier League. And now, Enzo Maresca has said some stuff. Our Chelsea website, and I'll run you through them. But then, according to the English Premier League website, Cole Palmer created 8 chances from ball carries, and I've said it several times. It's also Cole Palmer. He doesn't like too much of the ball carrying, doesn't like too much of the dribbling. But when Yabona is able to carry it forward and then lay it off quickly to create chances, and that's the quality and then the difference of Cole Palmer between Eden Hazard and then some of the top attackers about Chelsea. He doesn't hold on to the ball too much. He doesn't make too many mistakes. When Yabona, he takes it, carries shortly, give a pass off away, and then make sure say Obe create a lot of chances. So he created 8 chances from ball carries. He's only second to Abante and Erling Haaland. His combined total of 4 goals and assists from dribbles is a figure of only usurped by Abante and Erling Haaland. Haaland and I carry the ball more to score goals, but of the clutch of players at the top of the list, Chelsea's playmaker is the most rounded threat inside level. Liverpool saw defeat so far this season against Nottingham Forest, who punished slot side from counter-attack down the full length of the pitch, and that's what happened. Enzo Maresca, this has been one of the Chelsea's best strengths, counter-attack, and that's exactly what this metric is saying. So Liverpool gave them Lucy against Nottingham Forest. Now that was a counter-attack. Liverpool came to come and press them, came to come and suffocate them. Normal counter press, knowing the best. Then they went down the channel and they hit Steamer, their friend of Liverpool, in there, and then got the only win and the only loss at Liverpool this season. Anfield Honham. And then of course it set the tone for them for the season over there, and it was very, very important in there. Of course, Enzo Maresca has said a few things, and one of the things that Odion come on, the conversation of Cole Palmer. You see, Enzo Maresca said something that struck me. This is also Cole Palmer as a player. On Shedan Niema esi o media ni mu affecting. It is this trophy, this best player, that's best player. He doesn't let it worry him at all. What he does is that he, as a player, he focuses on what he has to do. And I'll say, with the number of trophies that Chelsea, Palmer in recent times, the personal laurels, no, he hopes that it doesn't change him as a person. Then he still focuses on the kind of football that he wants to play. And that's exactly what Maresca said. Also, for me, the relationships are very important. He's talking about the relationship with the players, not and that of Cole Palmer, because you need these relationships with the players. Sometimes you need to be a little bit stronger or harder or a bit soft. It depends on the moment. But it's important they feel the people around them are very close, especially the head coach. And that's the way I like it as a person in there. And on Cole Palmer, I see he can play in different positions for us because he is so good on the ball. He can play wide, he can play in the middle, he can play as a 9. We try to use him in one position at the moment. In the middle of the pitch, it depends on a bit on the game plan, and we have to do sometimes. We move him wide a little bit also. We try to give him an opportunity to influence and impact on the game. And Abrantia friend, Coach Enzo Maresca on Abrantia friend Cole Palmer in there and the quality that he brings. Of course, may rounding up at the amount I see on Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. I see in terms of what we have to see there, I see, and quickly, if you look at everything that we are seeing now, the English have gotten Thomas Tuchel as their manager. Now, I just don't know why Thomas Tuchel is the English manager. And all of a sudden, time and Pep, the rumors said Pep could be the English manager. They were okay with this, but now it's going to be Thomas Tuchel, and everything that everyone is saying, including Neville brothers, and then what they are all saying, and they said Thomas Tuchel is German, and then they should have gotten an English manager. Tuchel is the best knockout football manager in the history of the game. You know, the Paris Saint-Germain, you know, the Chelsea, the kind of Chelsea team who the semi-final back-to-back in the Champions League and then winning it once in there tells you how good he is. What he did with the Bayern manager. If you say England team, there's an array of talent. What they need, and it's somebody that has the intellect to turn things around in the knockout stages and then gets them to win. The likes of Jude Bellingham, the players no more than him before, Cole Palmer and Phil Foden will lick their lips knowing that they are going to work under an excellent manager. Harry Kane, we have seen it before. Of course, we wait to see Fiifi-Manfred on YouTube. Thank you very much for choosing here. Thank you very much for you being here. It was an honor coming here. So subscribe to the channel and make I will subscribe and then turn on notification. I'll see you. Bye bye.